find us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Flickr, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Tumblr, and SoundCloud. We wish you good reception conditions.
Welcome to this broadcast on Radio Romania International. Radio Newsreel. Hello, I'm your host today, Vatpanko, bringing you this program that starts with the news, followed by a report on the renewed appointment of the head of the main anti-corruption body in Romania. And another on wage increases for state employees. First the news with Anomalia Popescu.
President of Romania, Khz Shortwave, will start next week with the parliamentary parties on the national security legislation. On the first day of her visit to Romania, the European Commissioner for Internal Market and Industry, Elżbieta Bieńkowska, had a meeting with Prime Minister Dacian Tomasz, who presented the priorities of his cabinet. Georgia is a key partner for the Black Sea region and one of the most important partners for NATO and the EU, said Defense Minister Motok, and the Social Democrats are leading in polls for the parliamentary election in Romania, followed by the Liberals. Romanian President Khz Shortwave said he would hold talks next week with parliamentary parties for amendments in security legislation. He said that the relevant rules should be improved since they no longer live up to the challenges of national and global security. The President emphasized that in issuing this legislation, rights and freedoms have to be observed. The European Commissioner for Internal Market, Industry, Entrepreneurship and Small and Medium Enterprises, Elżbieta Bieńkowska, who is on a two-day visit to Bucharest, had a meeting on Thursday with Prime Minister Dacian Tomasz and the Economy Minister Costin Borg. The main topics approached were the government goal to improve the investment climate and the measures designed to ensure the predictability, transparency and stability of the business environment in Romania. Tomasz and Bieńkowska also discussed ways to improve the public procurement system and the industry digitization project. Defense Minister Motok held a meeting today with his Georgian counterpart Tinatin Kidashvili, discussing recent events in regional security and Black Sea cooperation. Motok said that Georgia is a key partner for Romania in the region and one of the most important for NATO and the European Union. The two ministers discussed possibilities of cooperation in military training, intelligence and special forces. The Georgian minister said that security challenges like the recent attacks in Brussels, Ankara, Istanbul and Paris have proved that enhanced security cooperation is needed. The Romanian Interior Minister Petre Toba and his Polish counterpart Marius Blaszczak discussed in Bucharest on Thursday about ways to enhance security at the EU's external borders. Both Romania and Poland are responsible for protecting EU external borders, which makes them security providers not only to their own citizens but for the Union as a whole, Poland's Interior Minister said. In turn, Minister Toba said Poland is a major partner for Romania, a traditional ally with shared strategic interests within the EU and NATO, which helps strengthen the bilateral relation, including in terms of safety and security. A recent poll indicates that if elections for parliament were held on Sunday, the Social Democrats would get 38% of the vote, while the Liberals would get 37.2%. The only parties that would be over the threshold for representation in Parliament would be ALDE, the Alliance of Liberals and Democrats, the People's Movement Party, and the Union of Ethnic Hungarians, with slim margins above the 5% threshold. Romania is now under a technocratic government. Local elections are scheduled for June, with parliamentary elections due in autumn. Romania remains financially stable, but the risks to this stability have grown since the previous years, indicate the report on financial stability made public by the National Bank of Romania. Governor Ilescu warned that for the first time Romania is facing a severe systemic risk, which has to do with the uncertain and unpredictable legislative framework in the financial banking sector. According to Ilescu, over the past 6 months, the number of legislative initiatives aimed at regulating the sector through a retroactive intervention on contracts signed between banks and their clients has increased. Other risks mentioned in the report concern a prospective change in investors' confidence in the emerging markets and the refugee crisis. And that was the news bulletin on Radio Romania International.
You are listening to the newsreel on Radio Romania International. The resounding cases solved by the National Anti-Corruption Directorate in Romania have led to the reinvestment of Laura Khz as chief prosecutor. Find out more details in this report by Bogdan Matei, brought to you by Lucrămioara Simila.
On Wednesday, the Romanian President Khz Shortwave signed a decree which gives a new 3-year term at the helm of the National Anti-Corruption Directorate to Laura Khz, the most successful prosecutor of the moment in Romania. In an interview granted to the public television, the Romanian president said that the main argument in reinvesting Ms. Khz as chief prosecutor was the success of her first mandate. Khz Shortwave.
În ce o privește pe doamna Khz, pot să vă spun foarte clar că nu am niciun semn de întrebare și nicio...
As regards Ms. Khz, I can tell you very clearly that I have no doubts or question marks. The results obtained by the National Anti-Corruption Directorate in the past years, and even in the recent years and in 2015, are quite impressive.
Figures are very telling. The National Anti-Corruption Directorate's activity report for 2015 includes for the first time the investigation and subsequent prosecution of an acting Prime Minister, namely the Social Democrat Victor Ponta, as well as the arrest of a judge of the Constitutional Court, Tony Grebler, and of Bucharest's independent mayor, Sorin Oprescu. The National Anti-Corruption Directorate's prosecutors also asked for the taking into temporary custody of an acting minister, namely the Finance Minister Darius Vulcov. 4 out of Bucharest's 6 district mayors have been arrested, and legal action has been taken against tens of current and former MPs, mayors, and county council presidents. According to a National Anti-Corruption Directorate communiqué, the prosecution rate has been maintained at 90%, which is indicative of the professionalism of anti-corruption prosecutors and of the quality of evidence the cases have been built on. The protagonists of corruption cases, be they left-wing or right-wing officials, politicians in power or in opposition, from Bucharest or from across Romania, cover the entire political spectrum. Thus, the more popular the National Anti-Corruption Directorate's chief has grown among regular citizens, the more detested she has become.